Hello everybody, and welcome to Flickatina Budgets. This is my very first video, and frankly this is terrifying. I'm brand new to cash stuffing. I started in January, but just sort of, I think, played around with it to begin with. But I've been watching everybody's videos and I've kind of been inspired. So I do have some cash stuffing to do, but I thought I would just introduce myself and go through my binders as to my goals and my objectives. So I'm 55, I am divorced, I've been for 25 years. I've got two grown-up boys, one of whom lives with me and the other lives with his fiance and my two gorgeous granddaughters. I also have fibromyalgia that was probably triggered by I have Bisciotti syndrome. I had Schumann's disease as a child. I have trigeminal, I have arthritis, and I'm just in pain all the time. So yeah, that's not great. I do work full-time at the moment, which I do like to work because money, and yeah, that's kind of a bit about me. So comes to binders, I have my own personal binder, and I kind of made these because I've been having lots of fun making stuff, and I have kind of this is for reallocations if there isn't enough to go in, and I've got my Sagittarius from Budget with Ira, and then I have this, which is something I also made. It's my Champagne Lifestyle Saver, and I called these two my fun funds, and at the moment there is only £4, and I have my little squizzlings that I made. A lot of these things I made was basically because I saw them all on other people's videos, and I was like, I really need those, but I couldn't afford to buy them. Just taking a drink. So I thought, well, have a go at making them. I have my weight loss thing from Rainbow Budgets and Plans, which was really quite funny because I didn't pay attention when ordering, and I ordered the 5.5 to 10 stone. So I have ordered the original, the first one. So we'll go with this for now. And I'm not quite sure kind of when I'm going to weigh, because I'm doing the 1-to-1 diet, but I'm also on Mounjaro, just to kind of help things along. So I might sort of weigh on Friday mornings, but kind of give myself a boost because I kind of started Monday. So I've got my weight loss. I have those are for my girls. That's for my cousin and my best friend. This is where I'm saving for my son's wedding. This is for my NHS prepayment, which I paid in full. This is for my Mounjaro, which I've also got saved 50 so far. And this is kind of a general health and beauty. You can see these envelopes aren't great. I am getting better at making them. This is for a kind of things like getting my eyebrows done. The only thing I ever really get done is my nails, and I do have a separate envelope for that because that is a non-negotiable. So onto my savings binder. So I'm saving to get some premium bonds. I have 305 already, so I have some placeholders that I made. I wasn't originally going to do that, but I thought, actually, no, it's really nice to see. I do have £1,200 in an emergency fund, and this is kind of due to I remortgaged and drew down some of my pension because I needed to get it was basically my kitchen and my dining room knocked through, and it was all a new kitchen, and I had a bath taken out and a walk-in shower because I was really struggling to get in and out of the bath. So whatever was left, I've kind of just tucked away. This is my Trafford Centre savings fund, and it's basically to go to the Bath and Body Works and the Ritual shop at the Trafford Centre. I'm also, I want to save for a new fridge. That's quite a big one. It's 2,500, just over. I have my Etsy and Temu. I have discovered that since being on a diet, I don't go and emotionally eat. I emotionally buy novelty stationery from Temu, so that's to sort of fund that. I do have some credit card debt. It's on 0% at the moment until May. So I am kind of saving to pay that off as well, and that my challenges will feed into that. So I've kind of just done myself a little tracker for that. I have my Amazon spends, and once I've lost some weight, I'm planning on having a tummy tuck, so that is for that. And I also use the Monzo investments, and I've got £310 in there. I started with 300, it kind of just goes up and down, up and down. And then I'm doing the 1p savings challenge, but I'm doing that through Monzo. So I'm just sort of going to try and digitally stuff at the moment. I started it in March. I think there's £92 in there. And then I have these, which I did have to download these, and I printed them, but I did kind of put the foil things on them so I could pretend that I'd actually got something from Cash Bit Cute, because these are just gorgeous. So that is the savings binder. I also have a travel, and at the moment there is something in this. Again, this is just a placement for my challenges. So I have an America 2027 trip I'm saving for, my 60th birthday cruise. I have timeshares in Madeira, and I'm going in November. So at the moment I've got £500 saved for that. This one, which is called Moztastic, I'm part of quite a large family. My father was one of 9. We have an annual family party every year, and it's called the Mozambique Open, because the very first party that was had was to celebrate my cousin going to volunteer as volunteer doctor in Mozambique. And it's just been called the Mozambique Open every year, so it's the Mars. And then I have a little weekends away. I also have this is my 6 months ahead binder. And I made myself a little, it's got all the months I've got in the bank. I've got one for every month so far, but water and Pet Club. So in here I've got the envelopes, and then I have a separate little tracker that covers a month. So some of them are sort of, I think the British Gas has only got 4 things, and the D&G has got 6, and they're only sort of £1. But I'll kind of show you my budget as well. Then I have my home binder. So I've got home insurance, which I want to get a quote on, because at the moment I'm kind of paying monthly. I want to save and do it annually. Car MOT, which is due fairly soon, and I do have that money in the bank for that. And car maintenance, this is for, I think I've got £300 and something pounds, £325, in case it needs any particular work. And again, the car insurance, I'm going to try and start saving. We've got home maintenance, a garden maintenance, and then a home decor. And then this is the great one, the fun one. This is my challenge binder. So I have the Rainbow Reallocator from Rainbow Budgets and Plans, and then I've kind of got I've got the 100 envelope challenge, which, as you can see, hasn't really been filled in very well. So I've got 10 challenges, and this is something I've made just to choose which challenges are going to be done. So I have the I think that was the free thing from Rainbow Budgets and Plans, which I have laminated because I just think they're gorgeous. And I've got Best Spuddies, which I love, and that was a thank you and a freebie from Dingley Designs. I think this is a July mini saver, and that's Budget with Tanya. Meow or Never, which again, that's Budget with Taryn, sorry, not Tanya, with Taryn, do apologise. Cash Stuffing Supplies from Stress Mums Club. Rock, Paper, Scissors, which came from Stress Mums Club. Roll the Rainbow. Is that from Rainbow Budgets and Plans? It doesn't say on it, but I think it might have been. I can't remember. This is a knockout 9 I made myself because I kind of wanted one, but at the time I couldn't afford it. And then this is another challenge of mine which I've made. And all these pictures here are photographs I took of flowers in my garden, and I used GIMP to kind of isolate them and take them out because I thought they were sort of very pretty, because I love these. And this is I'm particularly fond of this because I grew this from seed and it's always come out really well. And this is my Blue Moon Rose, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, at the moment I've just got that as like £2, I think. And then I've got Pickles and Moons from Rainbow Budgets and Plans. And that's those are my 10 challenges. And then I have my sort of weekly wallet that's basically, it's where I just put my cash. So I've got fuel, pet food and litter, and then nails, like I said, which is a non-negotiable. And I also have a personal spending and a groceries. So that is those. As for my budget, I've kind of tried several different things, and I have something that's on that I can do on my iPad on GoodNotes, but nothing kind of seems to fit what I want it to do. So I eventually kind of did my own. And for August, I very decadently laminated them, which I realise I can't do, but it is quite nice. So I have all my main bills, so my salary, and my son kind of pays me some rent, and he pays some towards the vets for the kittens. So we just have Severn Trent Water, the licence, home insurance, my mortgage, energy, council tax, my dental plan, D&G cooker. This is kind of like a warranty thing for my new cooker. British Gas, which is all the outside plumbing. My car insurance. This is Pet Club for my older cat Moose. And then these are just 2 credit cards that are just kind of getting the minimum payment at the moment. I don't know how much I owe on MBNA. I know it's quite low, but every time I go online, it tells me it wants a code that it's going to post to me, and then I never get anything in the post. So these come out of my bills account in Monzo, and these all come out of my main account. So I've got PDSA, which I've probably given to for 30 odd years now. I have a cleaner come once every 2 weeks, just to kind of do the bits that I can't because of my back and my pain. I do Postcode Lottery, 865 Media, which is for a funny online magazine. National Lottery, I was stuck into paying Weight Watchers at £7.50, which I just never used, and it's going till October, so hopefully that'll go soon. Amazon Prime, The Humanists, again, that's only £5. My Monzo Max plan, because Monzo is my only bank account. And then Garden Vets, this is a lot of money, but it's for two kittens, Wax and Steris, and it's part of the vet school at the local university. And for that £45 each a month, literally everything is paid for. So all the, there is no kind of emergency call out, that covers them for everything. So my son and I we decided that's what we wanted to do, so that's why that's a lot. And then my mobile, which is £45, well, approximately £45. So then I did myself a calendar, and I can kind of note down when everything is. And then I have my monthly budget, so I can put down my balances, because I have kind of some savings. I have long-term, that's the car in Madeira. I've got my long-term savings, which is my emergency fund. I've got my 6 months. I have the coin jar through Monzo. Those are my credit card savings, and also my one-to-one diet savings. So I've listed all the expenditure, how much it is, the percentage. I've categorised everything, because I kind of like to see what it is that I am categorising. And then this is my weekly cash stuffing, which I've kind of already noted down. So I look at the total income less direct debits. I've said round up, I tend to round it down. And then that's how much I'll do a week. So this is all my, where it's going to go, or what I'm going to take out, and what the difference will be. So I've got that for 4 weeks, and then I'll have my kind of roundup to see where any differences are, and then I will do my binder totals. So that is August, and I was sensible and did September just on paper. So I have technically I have 250, but 30 of that will be digital. So that's a 10, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So that is what I am cash stuffing today. So I'll include my little placeholders in those and my digital stuffing. And I did myself a couple of these, so I've kind of got how much I'm going to do. So for groceries, I'm going to take 20. And that's 20. Nails gets 15. So this gets 15 a week. It doesn't cost me £60, but I didn't want to kind of do odd amounts, and that way it lets me build up for when I need a new set, because that does cost a little bit more, but also if I want my toes doing, I can save up and get that done. Personal is going to get 20, and that's 2 5s and 10. And I need to take that out because that is £5 left over, which I'm going to put somewhere. Pet care is getting 20. And I'm going to leave these amounts in here so I can build up a fund. This is mostly for their food and litter. Fuel is going to get 30, which I will then have to give to my son when he gets home, because no, not that, I don't want that, I want that, because technically I filled up yesterday. But what we tend to do, Connor has an Amex card that's tied to Nectar. So we put as much as we can on there, and it is kind of paid off every month. It's sort of treated like a debit card in a way. So whatever is paid, I'll kind of pop over to him, or like we do the shopping and he'll just ask me for, right, you know, you owe this much from the shopping, and we do it that way, which is really good because I think we got £100 worth of points just from using it, and because it's generally only the two of us at Christmas, for the past probably 2 or 3 years we've pretty much funded Christmas through Nectar points, because we've had kind of like perhaps 150 or whatever. So all the food and everything is done through there. We're not present people as such. I do get presents for my best friend, and I will get some stuff for the girls, but other than that we're not really present people. So most of that goes on to just the food. We cook an amazing meal, and that's kind of how we like to do it. So birthdays is going to get 15, which is impersonal. And at this point, because technically I've already given my cousin Anna-Marie her present, so I'm going to put 10 into the girls and 5 into Nikki. Just referring back to the thing. Manjaro is getting 10 and credit card's getting 20. So Manjaro 10, I'll mark that off. And I don't know if you can hear one of the kittens being very loud. Poor colouring in, but there you go. I think I put my credit card in the savings. Yes, I did. I think there should be 160 in here now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 160. And I get to mark this off when it reaches 100. So the other thing I need to digitally stuff, and I think it's in my personal binder, I'm kind of getting used to all these binders, is did I not do an envelope for my one-to-one? Okay, perhaps I didn't. In that case, I will, because my one-to-one diet bars, I ordered them online. I see no point in literally taking money out. I need to put it back in. So I'll digitally stuff that in there and think about getting a new envelope for that. So that should leave 50 for challenges. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20. What haven't I put in? Oh, I did put 6 months. 6 months ahead. I need to do that. And that's going to go into Pet Club, because that hasn't been filled and I can fill that now. So that's another month there. And then that can go in there. So that's that. So for this £5 note, I will just get my 100 envelope challenge, and like I say, at the moment I've only got 1 and 2, but if I have 5, then I will put, I might just as well put it in here. So that's that done. And then I have my 50 for challenges. So let me just note off 5, and goodness, this is so hard to see. Oh, I coloured in the whole thing, never mind. So let me find the D10, which is that one, and let's see where we are going. 10, which is Pickles and Moons. So is it red, orange? Yes, I think that's that. There they are. So that is red and green. Red and green, which is 3. Remember 3, and I'll do that. No, I won't. I will just do the 3, but I will just convert. So if I put 5 in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 in there. So where next? Okay, we are having another go at that one. Purple and blue. Purple and blue. I've done that. Have I done blue and purple? No, I haven't. And that's 2. So I can take those 3 out. 1, 2, 3. I don't know where I put. I think I put them back in. Did I put them back in, or did I put all 5 in? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there should only have been 7 in there. I think I put them all in by mistake, which was a bit crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can put that 5 back in there. Stay focused. Number 3, which is this one, which I think I might finish because I've only got 5 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is done. I don't know whether to reallocate. I think I might reallocate as soon as I get one finished, because then I like the idea of being able to get money into my other bits sooner, because obviously I'm just sort of starting and I don't have that. So at the moment we don't have a challenge 3, but I will find one. 7, which is Roll the Rainbow. Is it? No, I think it's one of these. Orange is 50p. So let's 0.5 plus, because I can't just do 50p. 4 plus 50p, which is 5. Fabulous. So that can go in there, and so that was an orange, a purple, and orange. That can go back in there. 7 again. Purple, 4. I think I might stick to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's another purple. And 6. Ooh, which is rock, paper, scissors. So, I don't know if I'm playing this right, but I'm kind of... So that's 10, and there's only 1 10, so it's only £10. Only £10. 10. If I'm not doing this right, please do let me know. 5, 10. Number 10 again. Purple and yellow. Purple and yellow is purple. What am I doing? Purple and yellow. That's 3. Let's take some more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing another 10. That's no. 8. Oh, okay. This is the knockout 9, and this is where I'm like, oh no, I only have so much money. Okay, so, and I missed doing that one, so I need to fill this one in. So let's see. 5. That is 9, so you can go. 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 6 and 4. This is obviously going to be a low one. And yeah, so I get to save 3. A whole 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will just make a note on the back. That was 3. And we are coming, oh, £15 left. Number 4. 6, 5. Oh, it's the kiddies again. So what colour? I've done a black and I've done an orange. I might have to do a pink. A little pink kitty. So excuse me while I colour in badly. I'm kind of looking forward to the time when I have more money in my actual savings bits, because that kind of makes it really exciting. I love doing the challenges, but it's waiting to see those other bits build up, which I'm going to just really, really enjoy. So that is 5. Ooh. That is 9, and I'm going to have to swap again because this is my garden one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to cross off that one, and that's another £2 in there. Okay, that's number 4, 6, 5. Oh, it's another kitten. What a shame, I have to colour another kitten in. And I'm not even sure this colour's going to show, but oh, it does. These are sort of lilac. A lilac cat, which you can sort of get lilac colours in some breeds, so there we are. So that's another 5 in there, and the chance of me being able to do anything with just £3 is, let's roll and see what it says. Number 8, no, that's not going to happen. I'm never going to do that. So they're all 5s. Oh, there's a £3 here. Let's cross off a light blue for £3. So that is all the challenges done. I might kind of go through and try and get these into envelopes rather than just as they are. But I now have my, I can have a go at doing some reallocation using where did I? Oh, it's in here. So I need 12, D20, that's a D12. So I don't know whether to do this as in £5 each or, yeah, let's do that. So number 10, it's got 1. Number 12, it's got 1. Number 10, got 2. So, £5 into £10 into Manjaro, which is good. Another 10. And £5 into travel, which I think because the first one that's coming up at the moment is Madeira, even though it's kind of in there, and I need to remake this. I put the I put the lamination sheet the wrong way around. So I pop that into Madeira because we don't really, because it's a timeshare and we've been there so many times, it's not like I have to go on a lot of trips. It's a self-catering apartment, so we can just buy food and we're literally just there to sit around the pool and relax. So I'm not going to need a huge amount of money, but my goodness, our flights ridiculously expensive at the moment. So that's the main thing to save for. So yes, that was my first cash stuffing video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I've been watching the videos for a long time, and probably well over a month now, and I just love the community. And I'm at a place in my life at the moment where I'm just struggling with a few things, and I feel I need that sense of acceptance and community at the moment, and everybody just seems so nice. It's really heartening, and it reminds me that there are some nice people in there. I have got a little Etsy store, and I'll just show you a couple of things that I have made for that. Bear with me. So back in 2019, I had given up my previous job and I decided I was going to do philosophy at university. Absolutely loved it, got a first, and I'm in the process of trying to do a master's degree, an MPhil, which is kind of on hold at the moment because I've only recently been diagnosed with fibro and I'm kind of struggling with medications and whatnot, and I can't really think, but I am very excited because I'm actually going to do my MPhil on the philosophy of Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. And I really hope that some of you have read Brandon Sanderson because I just love talking about it. So yes, I'm going to be doing that. So I thought it'd be amusing. So I've made 3 philosophical challenges. So we've got I Save Therefore I Am with Descartes. I've got To Budget is to be Perceived is Berkeley. To be is to be budgeted. And then we have a Nietzsche, which is will to power, will to budget, and saving is a declaration of power. So I have those, and I have some more of my from my garden, and I love the way that these came out. I've got some placeholders, and so because the background pictures on here are pictures I took in my garden that I then asked AI to create some pencil drawings of, which I thought were really pretty. So I've kind of used them as the back. So there's kind of 3 in one, 3 in another, and then we've got, then we've got 3 in a different one. So they all come like up to 2,000, and there's a fully funded one for kind of however much. So I think those are really pretty. And then I have my champagne lifestyle, which is kind of each bubble. And I also have, there's a moose loose about this hoose. Apologies to all Scottish people. So again, these are pictures of my cats that I had AI turn into cartoons for me. So we still have Moose. He's getting on and he's very fluffy and very matted. And in this weather, it's normal for him just to take off. We might not see him for a couple of days. When the cold weather comes back, he likes to be inside and snuggly. And then this is Ghost, who we lost last year, back in November last year. So I'm kind of keeping him alive. So they are scratch offs, and I'm not going to say that these are perfect because it's they kind of overlap a bit. But yeah, if you get Ghost, say £5. If you find Moose, you save 10, and that saves £100. So yes, those are some things I've made along with this is my I wanted some placeholders for digital stuffing so I don't get confused between my little squiddlings. I want to find a plain background because I found a picture of an old £1 note and I thought that was fun. So I've got some of those. And then I have my snooty cash, I suppose. So we've got the £50. There's £100. And as you can see, my laminating, well, my cutting skills weren't great, but I am improving. This is a £200. Oops. 500. We've got 1,000. Now I did yesterday. I'll show that's the 1,000. But then yesterday I thought, oh, I'll kind of pretty them up, and I put a background in. And I went to print them onto, so these print on transparencies. And I went to put some card behind them, completely forgetting, of course, that when I put them through the laminator and cut them, there was nothing for them to stick to. So they're just like that at the moment. But if they're kind of done, I might print them on a white paper so that you can see, because I think those are rather nice. So 1,000, a 2,000, and the 5, and then I've got fully funded, as well, and an amount to however much kind of you want to save yourself. So these ones are available on Etsy as a download, digital download at the moment, because I was like, yeah, I'm not good at really the cutting out. So I'm probably going to change them to include the bit of a flowery background, because I like flowers, and I kind of love watching everyone's videos because everyone sort of has this lovely aesthetic and it's all the same, and I'm just basically a riot of colour because I like lots and lots of colour and flowers and so on. But yes, that's me. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend and a lovely week, and hopefully I'll be back next week. Bye.